So I'm just gonna do like a quick recap of what I did today. So I just went and did I visited the main cathedral in the city, and then I went on a walking tour. And then I went and had a chowder lunch along with the nice Guinness, and then I went to the city museum. But I think the thing that really stuck with me the most was on the walking tour, which I couldn't really record because the tour guide was kind of shy, and it's fine. It all worked out. I think it'd have been too much footage, anyways, and it would have been difficult with the sound because then I had to mic him up, and it'd be like he was performing for me. So it's fine. It all worked out. But he was just talking about the 14 like main families of Galway, and the main one being like the Lynch family, and it was talking about James Lynch and his son Walter. I guess James was like an upstanding citizen, mayor of the city for a while. Just everyone looked up to him. He was a good leader. But his son was like the opposite. He was kind of a philanderer. He was a drunk. He was got in fights. He was just all around bad person. So he gave his son his option. It's like either leave permanently, or I got a job for you in Spain. And so yeah, he sent him off to Spain to go work, do like a trade mission down there, so I could drum up some business for the city or whatever. And he came back, and he made friends with like a local Spaniard, and I guess they came back to Galway, and they were fighting over a woman, and then then he killed the Spanish guy, and his father James ended up having to had to kill him, which is he had to arrest his son, and he ultimately executed him by hanging his son by throwing him out the the window of his house and hanging him from like one of the windows, which is kind of like crazy story. And yeah, so I took a photo of the house that they lived in, and like it was like their little castle here in the city. But that was kind of like one of the things that really stuck with me. But yeah, just those personal stories, right? Just that kind of stick in your brain. It's kind of weird. But overall, it was a good day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. It's there's a lot of good stuff in it, I think. I don't know. Appreciate it. Okay, so today I have a day in Galway, so looks like it's a bit rainy. I think I got a walking tour queued up, so here at 11 o'clock, and it's about 10:30 now. I might go check out the cathedral afterwards. So, ooh, it's windy today. Guess I should have left early. Ooh, chilly. All right, so this is what the Irish streets look like, the shopping area. So the other night I went on a pub crawl to like the kind of party area, I guess. There's like a ton of bars and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was really pretty. But yeah, I mean, I'm making my way towards the cathedral now. Let's see what they got on this. Yeah, I'm like very chilly. All right, here I'm making my way to the Galway Cathedral, which is just like a few minutes walk from the main part of town there in the center. It's kind of nice. The city's fairly compact. That's really nice cathedral. There's like a river here. Whew. It was cold today. Oh my. Maybe I just gotten weaker. I don't know. I feel like it's colder in Iceland, but now it's handling that better than I am now. Alright, seems like this place is like a city of rivers. It's like rivers everywhere. Double-decker bus. Oh wow. Pretty strong river here. Looks stronger than the Liffey in Dublin. I don't want to get too close. Check that out. having that, so hopefully I'll be able to just like walk in and check it out. There's a €3 charge to go in. It's fine. As long as they let me record, that'll be good. If not, I guess I'll just take pictures. I don't know. Whew. It is chilly. Alright, so yeah, I guess it's €3. Let me collect my coins. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know if pay now or suggested. Oof. I don't really know. Let's see how much coins I got. Maybe I'll just give them all my money. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. I'm doing it. €3. Let's get extra. Oof. Yeah, it is chilly. Entrance here. So I'm headed back to town center to do a tour. The cathedral was pretty impressive. Oh shoot, it was an earring. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I think I lost one of my earrings. I don't know where. But it might have been the cathedral when I took my hat off to go inside. But I'm gonna kind of backtrack and see if I can find it somewhere. But if it's not in the hospital, then it's kind of gone. That kind of sucks. But, alright, well, I gotta make it. I got a few minutes to get to where I need to go. But yeah, it was really pretty in there. I definitely recommend checking it out if you're in Galway. It's definitely got unique Irish flair to the church. So I'm doing a walking tour now, and I'll probably just do like little snippets here and there. And because the tour guide's a little camera shy, I think he's doesn't want to be put on the spot. So, but I'll record like little bits and pieces here and there. So the guy just said Galway was founded by the Normans in the year 1234, which is pretty easy to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Normans are like Frenchified Vikings essentially. So interesting. I didn't know. Who would have thought? So we made it indoors now. After rain, pretty nice. Whew. Looks like it's like a shopping mall in here, but this is technically like the old part of the city. It's kind of cool, I guess, because the tour guide was saying like the square was outside the original city wall, and now where it would be inside the city wall. So this would have been like shops and stuff like that in medieval times. Not medieval times, I guess, or like late medieval, early Renaissance times. But no, this place is like basically like a shopping mall now. Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't even came in here honestly, but it looks pretty cool. There's like clothing shops, cell phone pieces, a little bit everything. There's little tunnels and stuff everywhere too. So it turns out actually we were just outside the wall, and this is the exterior of the wall, which is now being encased by this mall, which is kind of curious. And going into the shop would be the interior of the wall there. So, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Well, this is kind of cool. So you could shop and eat, and you learn a bit of history along the way. Excuse me, sorry. So it has all the dates. 1200, 1230, 1240. The de Burgo. So that was the family that built all this stuff. It's kind of cool. So I just got a history dump of Irish history. It's kind of interesting. Is talking about how like Galway was founded in 1234, and then a group of families kind of got together, 14 families, and they actually set up a lot of connections with Spain and the Mediterranean world. So there's a lot of people here that still speak like Spanish and stuff, which is kind of interesting. I wouldn't have saw that one coming. But he kind of went on about the whole English colonization of Ireland with the English Civil War between Oliver Cromwell and Charles I. And Oliver Cromwell won the war and ultimately used his power to subjugate Ireland and the Irish people. And yeah, after that, it was just centuries of Irish people and Irish land just being plundered. So it's kind of a sad story. I mean, ultimately culminating in like the famine in 1840s and the diaspora of the Irish people across the world. Okay, so I'm in the Galway City Museum and just showing off some of the stuff that they have here. It's a perfect time to be in a museum because it is really cold right now. So here's some of the stuff. So today, yeah, I did a walking tour and we got to learn a lot about these walls and the history of the town. I just remember 1234, 1234. Our Lady of Galway. Let's see what it says. 50th century wooden statue of Mary. Hmm. Sorry for the reflection. It's not the best. St. Nicholas. Oh, so this church is now used by the Protestants. Tribes of Galway. So we learned about these ones, the Norman families. It seems like the city had a ton of history, but a lot of it was destroyed in recent, like in this past century, to for commercial purposes. It's kind of sad. I like when stuff is preserved, history is preserved and remembered. Oh, so this is the island that I was on yesterday, and I got to see like this ruin here. And my Tony took me all the way to this end. So yeah, he essentially brought me from there all the way to there. And then I walked across here to see some cliffs, and then he drove me all the way to the end there. He stopped here. This area was really flooded though. It's kind of sucks, but yeah. So basically, I took the boat from here to there to Rossville. Then I took the bus along the coast there, and then now we're here in Galway City. It's kind of funny. Our tour guide was saying that there was an Irish missionary that went out to the New World, sailed to North America in like the fourth or fifth century. I'm like, that seems incredible. And I guess that was the story that inspired Columbus. So it's kind of interesting that a ancient Irishman inspired Columbus to search for the New World. I really want to look into that. Like the story seemed pretty like crazy, interesting, fantastical even. I really like obscure like sailing voyages. There was I remember like a story about this Carthaginian sailor that sailed around Africa before like Roman times, before the Roman Empire. Wool is like huge here. There's like wool sweaters, like knitted items like everywhere. It's a big part of the culture here. I mean, Galway and Ireland in general is a good place to get fleeced. Literally, hopefully not figuratively. Yeah, so I was lucky to get to see the big island there. So yeah, I was able to climb this thing to this point there. But yeah, it looks like Tony was saying that he owned about 90 acres of like some of this land like that. But yeah, those waves were crazy yesterday. I'm sorry about the audio. I hope the audio is functioning now. It looks like it is. But yeah, the waves yesterday were super intense. I was kind of like, and Tony was saying that it was like nothing. Like like he'd go out sailing in that like when he was younger. Like it was just a normal day. I just can't. People here are made of something stronger than a lot of folks. Just hardworking people. Been through a lot. So a local deer, I guess. Resistance. The Gallic people. So this is what like the ancient villages used to look like. Some of the coins. Penny. Sorry. Yeah, I think a lot was lost when the English took over. Sorry. So I think Galway was a big part of the Irish Civil War. They're trying to get their independence from the UK. Kind of similar to the US in a way, but this occurred only 100 years ago. So Ireland's only been an independent country for a little over 100 years. And I think fully independent, it's like where it wasn't part of the UK Commonwealth, it's not even 100 years now. Yeah, this is a big part of the history is the Easter Rising, 1916. Irish nationalist rebels took over like the post office in Dublin and were killed by the British Army. And the leader is James Connolly. There's like a lot to learn about this. It's a kind of complicated topic, honestly. To fully understand, I think you probably need to like watch a class or something. Sorry. So this time period, there's actually like two wars. There was the Independence War. This happened like during and after World War One, and then there was an Irish Civil War, which occurred directly after that war. And the Civil War is between two groups of people. There were the people that wanted to sign the peace treaty with the British and just become part of the British Commonwealth, and there's other people who wanted to be completely independent from the UK and form their own state without any sort of direction from London. Eamon de Valera was like one of the early elected leaders of the Irish Free State government, which was still part of the UK Commonwealth. So yeah, the main people fighting were the people that are willing to sign the treaty and just get on with the British, and the people that were still wanted to have nothing to do with the British essentially. And the people that wanted just to get their like semi-independence ended up winning. But eventually they totally broke free of the British Empire and became their own republic, not part of the UK Commonwealth. Like I said, I'm not an expert in this area, so I'd recommend watching the video on the Irish Civil War if you really wanted to find out more about it. So this part of Ireland has like a great nautical history. So a lot of people are just natural seamen. It seems like they just get on the boats and go fishing and go exploring and sailing all around. And it's pretty dangerous, honestly. Like being on the water yesterday, I'm really glad to be on land. It was freezing. So this is like the inside of the boat. I can't believe people actually used to go out and fishing in these things. It's kind of amazing. I'm gonna climb up and do all this stuff, especially when it's like raining, freezing. How do you even stay warm in the boats? Like I don't know. People were tougher back then, I guess. So this looks like some natural colors, how they like produce the the local dyes. It's pretty interesting. Check out the native trees here in Galway. 600 trees. Here's the river. Wow, this thing is moving pretty fast. It's crazy. This makes the Rio Grande look like a little ditch. So I guess Galway is a medical research area. So that's kind of interesting. So this is a fancy new part of the museum. So go figure. A giant brain. They build medical devices here. That's kind of cool. I really don't know. Research on the eye. Here's the local sea life. The children are exploring in their thing. This is cool. Yeah, I never want to go to the deep ocean, honestly. It's pretty scary.